Beef and Lamb New Zealand understands that the future success of our food and fibre industry relies on attracting talented and motivated people to work within it. This is a high priority for us, and as well as our own initiatives, we work in collaboration with other sector organisations to attract, train and retain the talent that we need to drive our industry forward. A recent initiative, Beef and Lamb New Zealand's Food and Fibre Challenge, is the brainchild of our Southern South Island Extension Manager, Olivia Ross.
The Food and Fibre Discovery Challenge is an initiative that was started at the Waimumu Field Days in 2020, and I saw an opportunity there where all these sites were there was a whole lot of businesses and there was a whole lot of school students coming in. And to give those students and schools a purpose to be there, we have set up the challenge where they go around and discover different careers at those sites. So we hope to take the Food and Fibre Discovery Challenge across the country, and like all programs, we'll just keep reviewing it. At present, we've had 600 students go through it, and we've changed things as we've gone. We've gone to a simpler bingo-like system now, and we hope to be able to turn it into something that's be able to be a lot less resourced and easier used. So watch this space.
In response to feedback from our farmers, Beef and Lamb New Zealand is focusing on building capability on farm. Alongside our field day workshops and the many tools and resources we offer through our Knowledge Hub, we also support cadet training farms around New Zealand, such as Southland's Jeff Farm. We work alongside the primary ITO to offer on-job training, provide people and businesses with better knowledge and skills to build their careers. Collaborations like this ensure that both people and support resources are leveraged and utilised more efficiently, enabling us to attract and grow a workforce fit for purpose, faster and for longer term impact.
Cadet program was started in 1980 and as I said, set up to train young people, boys, girls, just as long as they've got a good attitude and want to be here, that's number one. So it's a 2-year course, so we have 2 in and 2 out each year, and at the end of the 2 years they come out are pretty successful young people. As long as they've got the right attitude and want to be here and ask questions, that's what we want. They've just got to be passionate. As we know, in this agriculture industry, there's a real shortage of people with a bit of a couple of years experience, especially young people, so the phone keeps ringing all the time.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Fogarty. I'm the Training Advisor for Primary ITO and I'm based in Roxburgh. In my area I cover Central Otago and Southland. Primary ITO has provided training for Jeff Farms for many years now through pastoral care and support through mentoring and organising classes and assessing. We have 4 cadets. 2 are doing the Level 3 feeding, New Zealand Cert and Level 3 feeding, and the other 2 are doing their New Zealand Agriculture Certificate in Husbandry. As soon as they arrive on farm, as soon as they start their training with Jeff Farms, I'll come in and visit and organise their training through Primary ITO. Yes, we proactively advise them to do other workshops through other providers, so definitely go with Beef and Lamb and do their workshop days, and even with elite sharing or other sharing days. Our relationship with Beef and Lamb is a partnership, and Beef and Lamb financially contribute to the training.
Beef and Lamb New Zealand supports the continual upskilling of our farmers, from growing their technical expertise through initiatives such as Generation Next, to developing our sector's future leaders through programs such as Kellogg Leadership Program and the Agri-Women's Development Trust. Generation Next also originated in the Southern South Island and has expanded throughout the South Island.
The Generation Next program is a program that's been going for 6 years now. Started in Southland, and it's a technical program for practical people. It is aimed to be able to build those already in the industry or just coming into the industry's confidence to be able to carry on in the sector and to get skills that they may not have got earlier on, so they might not be the ones that like to go into a classroom or go to uni, but they've got to that point in their careers they actually would like to know a bit more about the finances or how actually the meat processing plants work. So we go through 4 modules over a 6-month period where they get to have a little snippet of everything, and then they can go and learn more from there.
So my name is Ben Dooley and I'm farming just 5 minutes out of Wyndham on a 250 hectare sheep and beef property. So we've got 2350 Romney ewes and we hand rear about 60 calves every year, dairy beef. So the biggest thing, I had no clue on the whole genetics thing. We just picked a ram breeder we liked and we bought rams from them. And it gave me it opened my eyes massively into what we could actually do, what we could select, how we could improve our genetics.
Alan McDonald, farm down at near Tokanui, a place called Slate Point. So we're the second most southern farm on the South Island. Also, I'm always quite keen to move forward, quite keen to climb the ladder, that sort of thing. And so, yeah, I was sort of getting to that stage. I hadn't been to Lincoln, I haven't done Telford, I haven't really got anything behind me, I've just got the practical experience. And so we decided to get amongst GenNext, use beef and lamb to sort of get my knowledge. Probably the most valuable outcome overall was actually yarning to everyone there, because we don't really realise it, the likes of Ben and that sort of thing, real wealth of knowledge. So, you know, if we all sort of go and spitball with each other and come up with different things, then we take on quite a bit. The other thing with GenNext is, well, frankly, I'm not very good at learning in a classroom sort of environment and that sort of thing. And this way, it wasn't so much like a seminar or a classroom where everything just gets thrown at you. You get the opportunity to have a bit of a chinwag about it, and there's always someone floating around you can ask questions. And so, obviously, someone like me with my way of learning, I could actually take on a bit more. Honestly, I'd say it's actually just got me thinking a bit more. You know, it's sort of a lot of the things we went over with GenNext sort of planted a bit of a seed of an idea in my head, and over the following years, because I think it must have been 2 years ago I was in there, I've actually just gone back several times to my books and that sort of thing, and you know, you might actually just go a bit further with the reading and that sort of thing and take it back on. And I sort of never really thought I'd see myself doing that and using some of the information. So yeah, there's definitely been a few surprising outcomes. I'm actually pushing our worker to get into it now, and anyone else that's in my position or in any position really, just get into it, because, well, as Ben said earlier, there's nothing to lose. I think I'm quite happy just doing that instead of going and spending a couple of years at Lincoln and that sort of thing. It's sort of set me on the right track, so definitely get amongst it.
I'm incredibly fortunate enough to have graduated from a couple of Agri Women's Development Trust programs. Beef and Lamb has supported the Trust right from the outset. Thousands of women across all of New Zealand have taken part in these programs, which have not only added value to our industry, but also to the individual farming businesses.